I will never let you down. Will it ever get funny? Oh, I wonder, honey, baby, how you make me sway. You say you will. I'm calling your addicting friend. You say you will, yeah. I'm crossing the obsessive line.
Happy Saturday, everyone.
Hey there, y'all.
Hey, I'm David, the producer. This is Juliette Miranda, and this is the virtual happy hour. Thank you so much for coming out and hanging with us tonight.
Cheers.
This is what I'll call much different than many of our other ones.
Also known as half-assing it.
So true. Right now, we're just working with you can probably tell by the shitty audio quality.
The lighting.
The shitty lighting. We
All
have
of it.
no lights. We're not using the real camera.
Nope.
We're using the camera from the laptop, and we're using the audio microphone actually from the Mac itself too.
Exactly, because everything else is packed.
So we're half-assing it tonight.
Well,
We have good reason for doing that.
we do. I mean,
Want to go into it?
well, we're moving to New Orleans in like 3 days. So our house is a combination of boxes of bubble wrap and crap.
That's right. We weren't even going to do this tonight, but
No, I was all set to just like take a nap. And then all of a sudden you come to me and you're like, hey, guess what? We're going live.
I got an idea. Well, the reason why I wanted to come up here tonight was a bunch of reasons. One, that we typically do these things that we don't get a lot of opportunity to interact with the chat.
Very true.
That's
Very
kind of
true.
unfortunate because we'll have a guest on. We're doing an interview. It's hard to, thank the people that are coming in here and, just interact in general.
It's a very hard balance.
It's really, really hard. I'm still trying to figure out how you strike that. We're we'll get there, or I'll get there.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
I've already got there. I'm perfect.
You're a pro.
I'm practically perfect in every way.
And that's a wrap, everyone. Have a good night. No, but we just wanted to thank everyone who's been hanging out for the last 8 weeks. I started this thing not because I wanted to actually have a YouTube channel. I had one just to support Juliette's channel. And in doing so, met a lot of really cool people. When the whole COVID thing broke, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do a show that's just, during the period of COVID, which is what we're in all right now, right? So this is the 8th week of it, and figured, okay, yeah, let's do this. Let's have fun. Let's just have some of our friends up.
Connect with our friends, have something to do on a Saturday night so that we're not all drinking alone. Just a fun hangout.
That's right. We got a couple people in the chat there. Got West Haven. Hello. Just shared. Thank you so much for that. That's very cool of you to do.
Thank you.
And he's saying hi to us as well. And of course, Mad Kiwi.
Mad Kiwi is here. One of my favorite bourbon and whiskey drinkers out of New Zealand.
That's right. Good day. Good day.
Cheers.
I don't have a good New Zealand accent. I don't know if I can pull that off.
It's really bad.
Good day. No, I'm doing.
Please don't do that.
No.
Please don't.
I'm sure Mad Kiwi would appreciate if
He's
I'd
like,
stop that. So we wanted to do it for COVID, but then we knew at the same time that we were going to be moving during COVID, right? So we're like, oh, this is going to be really hard to kind of manage schedules and try to get everything packed and just get everything done. Good news is that we have just about everything packed. We're really
very
close. Got the whole podcast studio all backed up. We got the whole YouTube studio packed up.
The most important thing is that we have the bar packed up.
Yes.
Although it's very awkward because we keep going to the bar looking for things and the bar's gone. There is no bar. We have a couple of random bottles of wine sitting on the counter that we're trying to drink our way through. But otherwise, we are fresh out of everything. Yes.
And there's another second big reason why I wanted to do this tonight. And it's because Sunday is Mother's Day. And while my mother's dead, can't get her a present. It's really hard to get your dead mother a present. I've looked everywhere. I can't find shit. That I wanted to bring up my daughter, who she's the most awesome person that I know.
Coolest mom we know. So
with that, I am bringing up my little girl, Meg. What's up, sweetie?
Hi, guys. It's good to see y'all.
You know what? You could say y'all and mean it. I can't. I'm from Chicago, but you can.
I know. Well, I am from Chicago, but Texas now.
That's right. So happy Mother's Day, sweetie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I should say the
I'm
reason
old.
why she's a mother. So yes, that makes me a grandfather. Go fuck yourself, everyone in the chat. But
Yeah,
I am the
you're
grandfather
old.
to an amazing kid. Oh, this kid, I miss him so much. I can't wait to see you guys down in Texas, or you guys come to NOLA to see
Orleans.
us. And it's
we can't wait.
Branson Danger. Is that the best name to name a kid?
That's a badass name right
Yeah.
there.
I tried really hard naming him. It took forever, but I just couldn't think of a middle name, and I thought Danger sounds perfect. And now he can use that as a pickup line whenever he wants.
You have set him for life. That's incredible.
I did, yeah.
What's your middle name? My middle name is Danger. It's my favorite.
He sounds like a villain.
I
He
know.
does, yeah.
So what are you going to do for Mother's Day?
I think just relax, hang out, have some drinks,
Oh,
the normal stuff, hang out with Branson, and
see,
that's about it, really.
told you she's my kid. I don't need a DNA test.
Of course not. I see you're drinking something right there. What is it?
I am. So I'm drinking this bottle of whiskey that I got from Tennessee. It's called Nelson's First 108 from Greenbrier Distillery. And it's a small batch whiskey, and it is so good. So good.
Nice.
And I got some moonshine too. This shit started a lawnmower.
Well, that'll keep things interesting tonight.
You're definitely my
for
kid.
sure. Oh yeah.
I also want to say hi to WTF Mike. He just joined us. NOLA or bust. Yes, we
Hell
are.
yeah, we're days away.
We are going to be. The movers come here Thursday. We leave here Friday, and then we drive down to Memphis, stay overnight in Memphis, and then drive the rest of the way on Saturday for our trip there.
Exactly.
It's crazy. I
How
can't believe this is
excited are you
actually
guys?
happening.
Oh, bouncing off the fucking walls. I mean, just so ready to be there and to like set up camp and be home.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, for real. And the weather is so much better. You guys are gonna love it.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, I can handle humidity. I am all good with that. So as long as we've got sunshine and warmth, I can, take some hurricanes.
Yes. And WTF Mike, yes, she knows her whiskey because she is part of my spawn. That's the whole reason why Meg knows her
I
stuff.
am.
Yes. Yes.
So when we get there, it's going to take us obviously a couple of weeks to get settled and all the bullshit. But once we're settled in, you guys got to make plans to come down and see us. You got to.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
We want to come as soon as possible because I've never been to New Orleans. I've been to like Lake Charles
Mhm.
and a couple other places in Louisiana, but I've never been to New Orleans. So I'm super excited to come visit you guys.
Oh, you will love it. I mean, the food alone is just amazing, but just the vibe there is so cool. It's just old, and dirty, and funky, and welcoming at the same time.
Oh,
I mean,
that's the best.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Hey, what's wrong with Texas, man? Texas is badass.
No, Texas is awesome. I love living in Texas. The bars are a little crazy, but working out in the middle of nowhere when I was bartending at a biker bar, that's it gets a little intense here.
Yeah. So, of course, I know what you do, but you got to tell me what's the difference now since COVID has all started because the bars are closed, right? So, is it just you and Branson hanging out now? Are you guys just, sheltering in place?
I mean, mostly yes, but
I'm acting, by the way, like I didn't talk to you last week, but yeah.
I know exactly, yeah. But we're just doing school all the time. It's like an 8-hour school day, still for the next 2 weeks at least. And then really, I'm just like trying to do a little stuff on the side, just doing some graphic design for people and for weddings and stuff. And once the bars open back up, then I'll be back in those.
Side hustles.
Yeah,
I love it.
Exactly. Well, that's what you got to do now. I mean, you just got to do whatever works.
Everyone I talk to now has a side hustle because of all the crap that's going on. So good for you. And there's some
Yeah.
WTF Mike in the
Thank
chat
you.
says, I drink the apple pie moonshine all the time. Good stuff. And also says, maybe I'll make some apple pie, Mad Kiwi.
I'll tell you the best apple pie moonshine
It's
I've
so
had.
good.
It's from Tootsie's in Nashville. They have a shot that's an apple pie shot. It's amazing.
That is good stuff. That is good stuff. Did we lose you?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I think my video's coming in and out, so
No worries. No
I
worries.
just
We
restarted
can
the
see it.
camera.
Well, you know what?
Okay, good.
Your lips aren't moving, but we can hear your voice. But we see a picture of
Okay.
you, oddly enough.
So I'm probably frozen with a really dumb look on my face, but that's
Actually,
fine.
You're in pretty good shape.
Okay, well, it'll
Yeah.
pop back in eventually, hopefully.
Don't you have internet access in Texas? Did they cut that out of the union?
No, I have Wi-Fi. Oh,
So what else is going on
I'm gonna
with you
try to
guys?
pop out of here.
Oh, yeah. Try to pop out and pop
Yeah,
back
see what
in.
happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pop out and pop back in.
Yeah. So WTF Mike says, I mix about 50 to 60 apples of red and green in your mash. Oh, so they're talking about making
moonshine.
moonshine,
Apple pie
apple.
moonshine.
Wow. Do you really make your own WTF Mike? Or do you just like buy moonshine and then just mix the apples in?
Oh, you got to do it yourself. I mean, if you want it to be moonshine, it doesn't really count if you buy it in a bottle, right?
Well, that's
Does it?
true.
I mean,
That's true. But I would imagine, well, he's got a ton of land.
yeah, he does.
WTF
He does.
Mike. I mean, he's got the farm, right?
Right.
So he could actually have a still and
Well,
not
he could-
blow shit up.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, he could still blow shit up, but
true. Hey, Bob's Adventure. Good to see you. Cheers. He says, I do both. Man, you have your own still? Holy crap.
I
Hey.
cannot wait until we have our home bar back together again. Drinking this wine right now is just annoying me.
I know.
I want my bourbon back.
Hey, Meg, you're back up.
Yay.
There. And for everyone
I'm
that doesn't
back.
know, this is Meg. This is my daughter. Brought her up here for Mother's Day because she's a mother, which makes me a grandfather, which makes me old.
Oh, but you're just a perfect grandfather.
So old.
I love it. I just wish that we could see
You
each other
are.
more.
You're like the coolest grandfather.
Right? Yeah, you got that cool granddad.
I
thing
know,
going
but
on.
we will be able to see each other once you guys are closer.
So much
Yeah.
closer. Texas and Louisiana, where you guys are at,
We're
it's not
neighbors.
that far. I mapped it out, and it's only like about 47,000 miles, I think, away. Something.
47,000 miles.
Yeah.
I think you need a globe.
I think
I do need a globe.
it's like a 7 or 8 hour trip.
That's it. Yeah. And stop right in the middle of what's in between there? Is that Alabama? Is that Bama, or Bama's on the other side?
Nothing.
On the other side.
Yeah, Bama's on the other side. So
There's
that
nothing.
would be
You just go from Texas.
right to Louisiana.
Yeah.
You go right in.
Yeah. Yeah. Texas is just
Yeah.
too big of a state, and you're way the hell on the other side. So yeah. All right.
Did you get
Oh
that
yeah, we
figured
drive for like 4 hours and we're still in Texas.
out?
Well, you are coming out. We're gonna have a great time in NOLA. It'll be a blast.
That'll be fun.
So how many
Oh,
more
it'll be so
kids are
much
you gonna
fun. I
have?
can't wait.
How many more
Yeah.
kids are you thinking about having?
What kind of question
0.
is that?
None. Absolutely zero.
Good answer.
0 children. I've done it once, one and done. That's it.
One and done. Well, I had to ask, being a Mother's Day, kind of vibe here. So
No, that's a completely inappropriate question to ask.
I didn't ask her who's she's sleeping with. I'm asking,
Oh,
she's
all
gonna
right, well,
have.
Yeah,
There
it's
you
like
go.
you're asking me. It's like asking me how much I weigh. Like how
Right?
dare you?
Like asking how old you are.
I would never do that. I know how old she is. She is the easiest birthday in history to remember.
Well, don't give it out.
I'm not going to give it out, but I love that she makes it easy for me every year. I just count up the ranks.
Next thing you know, he's going to give out my social security.
Yes, exactly. And we don't say last names here, so don't worry.
Oh, good. Thank God.
So what do we got in the chat here? We got WTF says, oh, he does both. He does both.
Oh,
He
well, that's
makes his
fun.
own and he does the mix. He said, I made...
It's an art form.
he made his still out of an old keg? How
Well,
do
that
you
makes
do
sense.
that?
I mean, you don't really need a whole lot. You just need the space.
Right, it has to be metal, I
Yeah.
suppose, because you're heating it
Because you're
up.
heating it.
Wow. Huh. I never thought to
I mean,
use an
that's-
old keg for a still.
People have been doing this a long time.
Wow, you are so country, WTF, Mike. I want to see if Mad Kiwi does the same thing.
Well, he makes his own bourbon.
He does make his own bourbon. I do
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah,
Yeah. So he has to have a still.
I would imagine so.
I want to make my own gin out of the
Out of the
bathtub.
bathtub.
I know it's possible. Just like I want to make
Ugh.
prison toilet wine.
Oh, good stuff right there.
Why not? So what do you got planned for the weekend? Anything? Except for drinking, like you said earlier.
Not really. Yeah, just hanging out with the chickens, the kid.
Yeah, you have chickens. How are
Staying
the chickens?
quarantined for as long as possible. Everything opens back up soon. They're good. They're being chickens, laying eggs. Never have a shortage of eggs, so that's great.
Well, that's fun. So how many do you have now?
Yeah. I have 7.
7?
I used to
chickens.
have like 20.
How the
That's
other ones?
young.
Uh-huh.
How the other ones taste?
Now I just have 7. I actually gave them away when I moved into this town, and just stuck with 7 because 20 is too many. It's too damn many.
So you've had so many chickens that you know that 20 is the cutoff point. Can you go up to like 17 or 18? Or...
Oh yeah, see, there's this thing called chicken math, and it's where you get like 2. Yeah, you get like 2 chickens, and you're like, okay, I'm good with 2 chickens. And then you're like, no, I need 4. And then you're like, no, I need 7. And then you're like, no, I have 20 chickens. What did I do? How did this happen? How did we get here?
That's crazy.
That's funny.
Well,
Yeah.
it's surprising that you haven't actually bred them to eat.
Bred them to eat? Oh no,
You
they
have to
probably wouldn't
slaughter
be
them.
very
Yeah.
delicious because they're all old. Once they get past a certain age, you can't really eat them because they're not very delicious.
Yeah, I never had to, breed or, cut up my own chickens. So I have no. I go to the grocery store. I go, hey, look at thighs. What do I know?
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, so they I don't breed them because we can't have roosters. So you can't breed without a rooster. They'll still lay eggs without a rooster, but I can't breed them because I don't have one.
Why don't you get a rooster?
Because they're not allowed in city limits.
They're noisy.
Oh, is it the noise?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Remember when we were in New Orleans, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, and we were in the, I want to say it was the Bywater,
Mhm.
visiting our friend Jeff, who had an art studio up there. And we were walking down a side street, and there was just a random rooster crossing the sidewalk to go
I
to
do
somebody's
remember that.
home.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Just a random rooster crossing the sidewalk in New Orleans. This is why I love it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that people just let their animals free like that. I don't. I have a yard with a fence and everything, but I really do love to let them free range, and they're so weird. They're such weird freaking animals, and they do the weirdest shit. And it is so funny to just watch them walk around and eat bugs and stuff.
Do you still have that asshole pig living in your backyard?
I don't. I
good.
finally got rid of it. So it was a foster animal, and the girl who I was fostering it for said she would take the pig back in about 2 months. All I would have to do is keep the pig for 2 months. Well, 2 years later, I could not get a hold of her or anything. So we actually found a friend who had a farm, and we sent her to a farm. Not like the farm where all
Right.
animals go to die, but
Yeah.
a real farm.
The farm.
The
Right.
farm, where all my hamsters went when I was a kid.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hey, we have another guest coming up here with us, Meg. And this is our good friend, Swami. He's from Montreal. He's another boozer. I mean, whiskey and bourbon aficionado.
Sure.
How you doing, buddy?
Hello.
Not bad. The scientific term is alcoholic.
Yes.
Well, cheers to you, sir. I appreciate you coming up. I know it was totally last minute.
Yeah.
We weren't even going to do one
It was
tonight.
last minute for me too.
Yeah. Totally not going to do one. But, I said, what? I want to have my daughter up. It's Mother's Day. And Swami, this is my daughter, Meg. By the way, Meg, this is Swami. So,
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Me
Good.
too.
How are you? I think my video is frozen still, but
it is.
Good
Why
to
don't
see
you
you, at
refresh
least.
and come back up?
Just like
all right, I will.
I'll never get to see your eyes either. It looks like so. It's cool.
Yeah.
Mike, Whiskey Crusader saying hi in the chat. Just want to say hi to Whiskey.
Oh,
Hey,
hey, what's
Crusaders.
going on, Whiskey Crusaders?
that
Awesome to have you up here.
Thanks for joining us. Hey, while we're just on a pause for a second, I want to let everybody know we're not doing Bourbon Sub live on Monday night.
That's right.
No chance in hell.
Yeah. Yeah. With the move and everything, I wasn't even going to do this tonight, but, again, wanted to have my daughter up, wanted to see Swami again. And the reality is that next week is just,
It's chaos.
it's chaos. And it's fuck 4 ways to Sunday.
Yeah, this move it's going great, but it's chaotic. Lots going on.
I'll be up tonight at 10 o'clock with Food Quick. Hey, what's up?
And she's back.
Hey, there she is.
I'm very glad he didn't get Dave's looks. It's fucking awesome.
Isn't that true? I know. Thank God her mother is a hell of a lot better looking than I am.
Hi. My video's lagging a lot, but
It is.
I know.
Wow. Yeah. It looks like a hamster's running your video.
Yeah, so if you want to tune in, I'll be live tonight with Food Quick, the legend,
What time
I
are you going
know
on?
it's real bad.
10 o'clock.
You're going on at 10 o'clock Eastern time.
Yeah, it'll be on my channel.
Awesome. Awesome. I see Mike Myers in the chat.
Hey, Mike
as well.
Meyer.
Yeah, I saw him there earlier. So cheers, Mike. WTF Mike says, can you read that for me? Because I can't.
Isn't Mother's Day tomorrow, or am I the worst son in history? It is tomorrow.
It is
but-
tomorrow, but I don't go live on Sundays. So that's why we just did it a little day earlier. And by the way, Meg, do you have like an incoming
it's tomorrow.
air? Yeah. You have any incoming air flights? I hear them behind you. You live next to an airport?
Yeah, I do. I live right by an airport, actually. Not next to one, but it's like probably about 6 miles away.
Oh, that's problematic.
Oh.
You got to move.
Oh, she'll just pack up and move. Why not?
I know, right?
Totally
No, I actually love it here.
No, you have a great place. You have a great place, and you get to raise chickens.
And
which,
It's really not that bad once you get used to it.
yeah,
Yeah, I love it.
that is awesome. Now,
Exactly.
tomorrow, don't forget to call your mother. That's the dad in me.
Oh, I already forgot.
Yes, love.
We'll be doing the social distance Mother's Day from my mother.
Well, I already sent her a bag of dicks, so.
You
Awesome.
s-
I'm sorry, you sent her a what?
she really did do that.
You
Okay.
sent your mom a bag of
A
dicks.
bag of dicks.
I need to know more about this.
Yes, for Mother's Day.
Wow.
So, I've been pranking her lately quite a bit. So on April Fool's Day, it started off with I gave her phone number out to social media and told everyone to ask her about her llamas for sale. So,
I saw
so
that.
she got like 1 million text messages about these llamas for sale, and she's like, I think somebody hacked my phone, and I think somebody like got my phone number and put it on the internet. And I was like dying laughing. So I started with that, and then for Mother's Day, I decided, all the flower shops were closed. I can't send her flowers. Everything's closed. So I went online and I found a company that sends candy penises in the mail.
Oh
And I was
my
like,
God.
perfect. So I got paid for double the penises and double the penis confetti. And she
Ooh.
ended up opening the box upside down. So she called me and was like, oh my God, I have all this penis confetti all over the floor. There's penises everywhere. And I'm just like, Yeah, well, that's oh well.
She's going to be finding that for years to come.
That's right.
That's beautiful.
Oh
That's-
yeah,
That's
just penises everywhere.
that's
I
the dick
love
gift
it.
that keeps on giving.
Wow.
Nice job.
That's something you would do.
Totally.
You two are so
Oh,
similar.
yeah.
I love it.
I know. Oh, I see Dr. Fish is in
I know.
in the
There's
chat.
no question. I'm his child.
You
You
really
are.
are. I mean, like right down to the humor and everything.
Yeah. You're a sick, twisted little girl. All right,
Oh, I'm the
Swami.
fucking worst. It's fine.
Swami, what'd you get your mom for Mother's Day?
Well, unfortunately, my mom passed away in 2013, but my mother-in-law, we just got her cake and flowers and stuff. No penises. I don't think an old Portuguese lady's going to appreciate that. She's like,
No.
she's still married, and yeah, no.
Yeah, I started off the stream with saying that I was going to get my mother a gift, but it's really hard to get a dead mother a gift.
Yeah.
So hard. You don't know what to buy them.
Yeah.
They have everything they need.
They have everything they need. Very true.
Well, I'm getting my mother the same thing I get her every year, which is nothing.
Right.
My mother hates getting gifts, and she just for whatever reason she just doesn't like it. She doesn't like being given things, and if I do give her things, they get thrown away or just shoved in a drawer. So really, the best thing I can do is just call her and hang out with her for a half hour on the phone, and she'll be very happy with that.
No, she won't. She thinks you're a cheap shit.
No, my mother just hates me in general,
Mm-hmm.
but that's fine.
Oh, we also have Mayor Bear in the chat. Good to see you. And I said Dr. Fish earlier. Thank you both for
Indeed.
coming.
Cheers, y'all.
Power couple of YouTube. Cheers to you guys.
By the way, I want to say you guys steered me totally wrong when it comes to Netflix. That show that you recommended, Dave, no offense, that sucks.
You didn't like it?
What show is that?
Hollywood.
You didn't like Hollywood.
No, not Hollywood.
Oh, which one?
The show with the kids in Florida or something like that.
Oh, Outer Breaks.
Outer Bank.
Outer Bank. Outer Bank.
Not my style.
Oh.
I dug it.
I was like Beverly Hills 90210 or something.
No. It's like The Outsiders meets The Goonies. Only they're
I just know
older.
how all the sexiest people in the world have all the biggest problems. It's so
You're asking for realism out of a TV series? Give me a break.
I'm like, oh, these poor supermodels. All these kids with six packs. We can't find work. Oh, bullshit.
Suspension of disbelief.
Right. And Whiskey Crusader says, been watching Ozark. Yeah, that show.
That's the best.
We binged that
Ozark's
hard.
great.
I'm not gonna lie. I loved season 1, season 2. I kind of liked season 3. I was not liking, but the last episode killed it. It was so good.
You got it.
I was getting disappointed. I was like, oh, is this going into like some sort of feminist twist show or like
Nope.
Oh God, no.
they're
No.
like cucking the lead there, Bates, and I was like, come on, don't turn him into like a wuss nothing. And then at the end, they turned it around. I was happy. I was like, I'm not against having like feminist points of views in shows, but they don't have to destroy every show and turn it into a political fucking action thing that destroys everything.
Now, Mike Meyer in the chat says Swami hates hair metal too, so apparently you can't be trusted with opinions.
Myers thought like, Dave knows. My wife is the hair metal fanatic in the family. I like my 84 hardcore punk and I like my metal, but the hair metal is I'm too young. I'm too young to be the hair metal fan. My wife, she had older sisters, got her into that stuff. I was more into the real metal.
And that's what scared me about last week, because when we had Bruce Kulick from Kiss on the show,
Yeah.
and Swami's up there, I'm going, oh, what the fuck is he gonna say?
Well, Kiss is both. I mean, they have that hard rock side to them, but then they also had kind of a hair metal period.
Yeah,
Right.
And now they're just a little more straight rock.
I'm not
Right.
saying anything insulting, but Kiss was kind of like they were disco.
They were everything.
Yeah.
And the 90s, they kind of tried to do the grunge thing that didn't work out at all. Like, I just thought it was kind of funny more than serious. But I wouldn't put them in the same group with, like, Nirvana and L7 and, other grunge.
And certainly not like Poison or, that kind of hair metal.
Oh yeah,
right?
Not at all.
No, they were like I said, to me, they were lunchbox rock. That was fun. And
Lunchbox rock.
Well,
I like that.
There's varieties of that, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you would never put Bon Jovi on a lunchbox, would you? Or did they?
Well, you can't even fit his teeth on there now.
No,
They're so
my
big.
God, they're like fucking tombstones.
Jeez, the caps he got was ridiculous.
I love the Karen haircut he got.
Oh, I know. It is appalling.
I love how all the hair metal guys got the Karen hairdo.
They all did. They all did. And then they have like the frosted tips, some of them, and it's just, guys, come on.
I want to look like a 40-year-old soccer mom. Give me
Right. Swami, let's go in and get tips together. I think we can get a deal.
You'd
A
look
two-
like you were from the
a
Jersey
twofer.
Shore if you did that. You'd have little tips up here.
Yeah, I know. I would look like I'm from the Jersey
I'm
Shore.
not going to get very much tips. So it's
Oh yeah, your tips are gone.
yeah.
You might want to get some, Merkin tips.
Ew.
I'm married to a woman that thinks that bald is sexy and doesn't bother her one bit. So it's all good. And she actually got jealous yesterday. She was like, 'cause I'm 42 and I have 0 grays because my mom never went gray and my wife is gone completely gray. Like it's all hair dye now. I don't know if you want to keep it a secret, but my wife is gray.
She makes it no secret.
I started going gray when I was 20. I mean, when my hair grows out, it is all gray. I mean, this is all color.
Yeah.
I mean, you do what you got to do.
So my wife was all mad. She's like, well, you don't have any gray. I'm like, yeah, but I don't have any fucking hair. I'd rather be gray. And I said, men with gray hair looks good. You know,
It does.
It does look
I
distinguished.
know. Men are lucky in that they go gray gracefully. It just looks handsome.
This is the first time I've let my beard grow out in probably, how long would you say?
You never let your beard grow out.
Yeah, we've been together 12 years, so I'm going to say it's been about 5.
I mean, the last thing you did was when you got really sick and you just
That's right.
You weren't feeling
So that was about like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And it used to come in red, which is really weird. I don't know why.
So
But
step away from gray.
yeah, but now that it's all gray right through here, it's like I don't even care.
No, it looks good. I
don't give a
like
shit.
it.
And just because I don't like hair metal doesn't mean I don't like 80s rock. Like I love Annihilator was an amazing freaking band. Judas Priest was fucking amazing.
That's not hair metal though.
Yeah, no, that's not hair metal. That's the thing. I was just not into the hair metal, which I considered anyways to be more female oriented. It wasn't really, I guess, meant for like male. It was more meant.
No, you're right.
Let me ask you this. What are your thoughts on Motley Crue?
I hated Motley Crue. And I've seen them live 3 times. And I told Dave the story. There's one of the biggest metal shows in the world is in Montreal every summer called Heavy MTL, where they bring in like 70 metal bands and it goes for 3 days. It's like the Woodstock of metal, but you don't sleep there. You buy your tickets and you go in every day. And one night was Motley Crue, and my friend was like the stage manager at the time. And he goes, "Do you guys want to go backstage?" And I was like, "No, not really," because it was the Crew. And my wife was like, "Yes." And I'm like, "No fucking way are you going backstage with Motley Crue." Like, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, no, that was a smart move. Believe me.
Yeah, and the other thing that was funny was, I think I told you about that. Tommy Lee was passing Jägermeister that he was drinking out of to the crowd. And there were people drinking it, and I was like, "Am I the only person that knows that he's got what's it called there?
Pepsi.
Pepsi." I'm like, "Why are all these people drinking his Jaeger?" I was like,
yeah.
He's kind of a fun guy. I mean, he does that regularly. I spent some time with him when it was just him solo. He played a little tiny club down in Champaign, Illinois. It was a college bar. And I was on his tour bus, and the tour bus door got stuck shut, like it would not open, and we're on the bus. And he took this baseball bat and he starts beating the hell out of the bus door from the inside to get us out. I mean, he dented the shit out of that thing. He broke the window. I mean, made a whole mess of the bus door, and then it, finally popped open. He's like, "There you go. You can leave now." I'm like, "Thanks, Tommy. That's awesome."
Well, he seems like a sweet guy. Like every time he's on an interview and stuff like that. I've never met him personally, so I don't know what he's like. I did watch The Dirt on Netflix, and I thought that was a pretty decent movie. They kind of didn't go far.
I like the book better than the movie. I thought the movie was horseshit. I thought the book was good.
The problem was
I just don't think they went into enough detail on how bad of a singer Vince Neil is.
Yeah. I've done a show with Vince Neil.
Yeah.
I was the opening act for Vince Neil when he was doing his solo stuff,
Yeah.
and I can tell you,
Yeah.
that guy, brutal.
They make accommodations for his voice.
I showed Dave a video of like Vince Neil singing where they put subtitling under.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Sing songs that he's been singing for 30 years, still doesn't know the lyrics to. It's just like,
It's unfortunate.
Oh, my daughter says my phone kicked me out of the video. I'll be watching. All right, sweetie. Well, happy Mother's Day. We love you.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming up.
Take care of Meg and happy Mother's Day.
she looked really cool. She looked like a rockabilly chick or something like that.
She is.
Meg is badass. I mean, seriously, talk about just a strong, cool woman. Meg, I respect the hell out of her. She is an amazing daughter for you. I mean,
She's amazing.
Super cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so lucky to have her as a daughter, and that she's never asked me for money ever. Thank you, Meg. For that. I love you.
That's my wife. My sister-in-law is always busting, trying to get like, the older. I think it's the older child that's always trying to get money, and the younger and the middle children never ask for money from their parents. But the oldest is always the one that's in need of help and everything. I don't know. It's because
That's the funniest thing. She's the oldest one. I have 3 kids. She's the oldest one. She's the most independent of all 3.
Incredibly independent.
Yeah.
In my family, it's me and my little sister are independent. My older sister's crazy dependent on everybody. And same thing with my wife's family. Like the older sister is like always needing, and the rest of them leave it alone.
Well, one day my son will get there. He's an awesome kid. And he's got a great job now, actually.
He's doing
really well.
Very well.
I'm very happy how things have turned out the last few years. There was a little touch and go time. Yeah.
Time to make it. I mean, when I was in my early 20s, I was a hot mess too. I mean, it's not easy.
You went through 7 jobs in like 3 years or 4 years, right?
I went through way more jobs than that. Those are how many layoffs I had.
Oh, Jesus.
You got to find your place and figure out how you're going to handle it. And it takes some of us longer than others, you know?
I still go through, but I quit jobs. I'm very much, I don't stick to a job for more than 2.5 years and I got to quit and go somewhere else. I'm just like that. I don't like sticking around too long. I'm very nomadic. So that's one of the reasons why, sorry. I got the Nautical Star because I'm always.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I saw the tap, but I didn't know what it was.
It's a Nautical Star.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I freelance. That's, why I work for myself now because I can't handle working for other people. I'm just not good at it. I don't like taking orders.
I'm the worst employee on earth. That's why. But my bosses always love me. But I'm not loyal and I don't give a fuck. And as you guys know, I have no feelings. So I'm just like. But my boss.
We know you're dead inside. Yeah.
Exactly. My bosses love me because I'm a freaking amazing hard worker and I'm great at what I do. But then I always leave them in the lurch. Like I just get sick of it and I'm like, I don't feel like it. And they're like, oh, we'll promote you, we'll this. And I'm like, no, I don't want to stay.
And out.
You're a gypsy then.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't like taking orders. I take things really personal that I shouldn't. Like things that I'm supposed to do. I'll get mad when they ask me to do them. They'll be like, can you just do that? And I'll be like, fucking fine. I'm very self-entitled. I need everything. I'm very, even though I'm Generation X, I got a millennials mentality. I always think that I'm worth more than what I actually am.
Oh, see, that's the wrong way to look at it. Hey, I got to address something here in the chat. So, Hey Look Squirrel, which of course is Tony from Viewed This, he says David has 3 months shadow on. This is actually only 2 weeks. This is 3 weeks. I've shaved this twice since the COVID thing.
Furry.
So I'm very furry.
You're furry.
But at least I have a new haircut.
You do. I know.
Yay!
You get so cleaned up.
Yeah.
You don't look like
Somebody
a
came to the house and I paid him very well, and I told him I'd give him a reach around.
when COVID's gone.
No, I'll do it now. I'm not proud.
Yeah. So.
Makes my own daughter, says he's looking real homeless right now. Thank you.
That's sweet.
Love you, sweetie.
I don't like growing a beard. I'm just lazy. So I shave every 2 weeks. So I just kind of let it grow out, and then I'm like, off, then back on.
Since it all turned gray, I just said, here's a big bag full of fuck it.
What I want you to do is shave off everything but the Tom Selleck mustache.
I know. One day,
Or the Burt Reynolds mustache, whichever way, I'm good.
it's hard to do that with work though, because I'm on all these stupid Zoom meetings that I got to be in front of either customers or other people. So I got to look at least presentable.
Why
I can't
does that
look
make you
like,
unpresentable.
because I can't look like I'm from the 1970s trying to sell them. You know?
I think they'd be impressed.
If he grows a Tom Selleck or a Burt Reynolds mustache, then he has to get the permanent to go with it, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll get the real tight one though,
Yeah.
like Annie.
And you got to get like the Jewish agent glasses.
Mhm. The Saul glasses.
With the David Starr chain and everything.
You'll have to hook me up there.
All right. I'll get you a good deal.
Yeah. Hey there, people.
Yeah.
Well, as I told you before, Swami, we're going to take at least 1 week off next Saturday and possibly the next, but it all depends on how the whole move works out. Not sure, but for the week after this coming Saturday, I think I have a guest that is going to be a lot of freaking fun.
Oh, that's right. You guys are chatting about that.
Yes. So we'll see what happens, but
I hope it's who you stated that you're talking about. I want someone hardcore.
Yeah.
As much as Bruce was fun, it was like I didn't know what it was too, like it was a good show for the fans. But for me, it was so serious. And then the other guy came on who was a mega fan, and they started talking about the mothers dying. And I was like, I've got so many bad things I could say right now, but I don't want to say it because
I know.
I'm going to hate me.
well, you never know how those kinds of shows are going to turn out. And usually when we have comedians on, it's just a free for all.
Anything goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything goes. But
Yeah.
if you get an actor like, Eric or
Oh, we fucked around with Eric Roberts, though.
Yeah, Eric
A
was
little
fun.
bit.
Yeah, he
a little bit. Yeah, he just doesn't know when you're fucking around with him. That's the beauty of it.
You got to try and get, who's not doing anything. If you got to get him, that would be a rock and roll fucking move. You got to get Gary Busey on.
I've tried.
We've tried having
Actually,
him
I
on my
tried.
podcast several times because not too long ago he wrote a book of like Garyisms. He has some sort of theory of life that he wrote a book about, and we wanted to have him on the show, and we just couldn't get it timed out.
Yeah. But I could always say, right now is actually the best time if people are doing stuff that they would normally never do.
True.
Right now.
True.
Bruce Campbell, maybe.
Bruce Campbell.
He's a hard one.
He's a hard interview. We've seen him interviewed before, and while he's really fun up on screen,
he's challenging to have conversations with.
Might be tough.
Juliette, can you get Kip on for a happy hour? Asks Mike Meyer. We actually asked him if he would, but they've got so much stuff going on right now with,
They're doing behind the scenes recording of individual tracks. They're not all recording in the studio together. They're recording all separately, which is kind of a new thing for them.
Yeah.
But they're working on the new album, and he spent a lot of time there. But I will say that I am in the new Winger video.
You're in their video. And amusingly, should I tell my secret about the video?
Is there a secret?
I won't say the two people, but two people.
Oh, yeah, I don't care. Go ahead.
There are two people that I've had sex with, not counting David, in that video.
Right.
Two musicians.
That's right.
Same here. No.
Which is just it's so weird to see worlds colliding like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we're not talking recent. I mean, we're talking decades ago, but
well, I at least hope 12 years ago. Other than that,
promise you. But yeah, it's awkward.
It's
awkward.
awesome.
I don't know how I feel about
I
this.
loved it. If you go out to Winger's Facebook page, they have a brand new music video, and I'm in it a couple times.
You are. You are. Yeah.
That's really stupid and weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I saw the video. It was a cool video. They did like a Zoom style video.
They did.
It's a good song for that. I think, it worked out well, and it's got a great chorus. So catchy.
It is. The chorus is catchy, and I'm not a big fan of Winger's music generally, but it wasn't bad.
It reminded me of a Greek rock band's song video, not the song, but the video reminded me a lot of it. Night something that from like Greece, and I think it's Children of the Sun is the name of the song, and it kind of reminded me of that video where it's like social media style, but that one came out a long time ago. I'll tell you the name of the band. You probably like this, Juliette. They're a good band. They're from Greece. And they do like rock style music.
Right. Tony says, doesn't seem awkward at all.
No.
Hey, Tony, well, she may have fucked 2 of the guys on there. I got 4 of them.
You do.
So
You do.
I got it nailed. She's got nothing on me.
I pale in comparison.
There we go. 1 second. Let me find it. Oh, where is it? Every time you want to find something, you can't find it.
It's always a way.
Yeah, I'll find it later. I'll send you a link of it later on Facebook.
I found something just recently, and I know it's been a thing for a while, and I'm probably pretty late to the game. But there's this new, well, not new, it's new-ish band, new to me specifically, called REO Brothers. They do Beatles covers, Bee Gees, some 70s songs. They can emulate any band ever.
Their harmonies are incredible.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like spot on.
Unbelievable. Go check them out. REO, like REO Speedwagon, REO Brothers. Crazy how good these guys are. Mike Myers says, okay, Dave, what about Jack Blades? I toured with him. I promise you I did not sleep with him.
I didn't either.
No, and you didn't either.
I did not.
Hey, high five.
I found it. Night Stalker is the name of the band.
Night Stalker.
Night Stalker. I can actually share this. You guys aren't monetized here. You want me to share the video?
I don't give a shit.
All right, I'll play it right now. 1 second. Hopefully there won't be a YouTube ad.
Every one of my videos is copyrighted because I use a song up front that doesn't really belong to me.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
I'm monetized and I put copyright music all the time. I don't give a fuck.
Coupe le prix. 9% de rabais sur toutes les
Bad. There we go. Share this. Give me that sec.
Am I listening to an ad?
No.
Oh, here.
Yeah, this is a long time ago, but it's like different little section scenes.
All right.
And it's like that, like how your video was kind of. It just reminded me of this. Well, I'll fast forward to like.
Yeah, because Reynolds sucks.
Yeah, 1 second. They're building up.
Yeah, they build up to the chorus.
Geez, that's a long build up.
Oh, I see what they're doing. Yeah, they're just cutting through social media. Yeah, it's similar.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is Winger stole it.
Yeah. All right,
All right, make it go away.
It just kind of reminded me of the video that you did with Winger.
Yeah, no, it's very similar.
Yeah. Yo, what's going on?
Container Man says hello. Hope I don't know if are you traveling, Container Man? Are you on the road? Or are you staying put right now? You're never staying put because you're always driving the truck. But Mike Meyer says I'll settle for Kelly Keagy. You don't want that drummer. Though he is the nicest guy in the whole damn world and a great drummer. So.
Oh, something happened last week that I'm sure. Did you catch it? The Goonies did like a live Zoom thing, like all the cast of the Goonies.
I saw it.
Yeah.
And I had to turn it off after Mouth or Corey Feldman. Got up there and talked about his documentary. I'm like, ugh.
You know, I really keep trying to like Corey Feldman, and he keeps doing stupid things. I want to believe him. I want to be on his side, but he can't get his shit together. And it feels like he's doing everything just to monetize himself.
Right.
He's an attention whore. He's always been, he's a Hollywood kid. He's as Hollywood kid as you can fucking be. Corey Feldman is like, I know everybody. I'm like, but he's like, he's on the inside, but he's never getting rich or never becoming anything. But he's just known to be, he's like a hangabout or something like that.
He's like the insider outsider.
You know, years ago, he was on a show on MTV called Surreal Life, which was a takeoff of The Real World. And he was locked in a house for 2 weeks with Vince Neil, with, I want to say, Peter Knight, Peter Brady, and then a couple Christopher Knight, that's it, and a couple other people. And he decided he was going to get married while on the program. And they showed this little clip of him talking to his to-be wife. And he's like, you don't know how good this will be for my career if we just do this now. And she's like, I don't want to get married on a TV show. And he's like, just do this for me. And of course, they're not still married.
Yeah, right.
I remember this in real life. That was a good show. My favorite one, though, and you'll be happy, was Brett Michaels' The House of Love or Rock of Love.
Oh, Rock of Love. Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah, not for me.
I love that one. It was like, how many of these girls are going to be in porn in 2 weeks after this show?
All of them
All of
is
them.
the answer.
Yeah.
Hey, Go Donnie Com says, yo, what's going on? Hey, Go Donnie. Good to see you. And Container Man says he's on the road. Well, I'd say awesome, but hopefully it's somewhere warm or someplace you're not driving in the snow like you were a couple weeks ago. Oof. Mike Meyer says, barf. Container Man says, I'm driving as always, David the producer. Yes, I know. But you are an essential worker. There's very few people that are essential workers these days. So good on you. Us? Not so much on the essential working thing.
Well, I write what I want, so.
Right.
Podcast.
I'm as unessential as possible, even to my own wife. So
you know what? That's bullshit, because you know what? The world needs bartenders, and I will argue until the day you die that you are an essential worker.
Did you see that Guy Fieri raised $20 million for the restaurant industry?
I did.
Which is incredible. He has done so much, I don't want to call it necessarily humanitarian work, but he's done incredibly charitable things for gay rights, for restaurant workers. I mean, I read a very funny, I guess, quote about him. Somebody had said, Guy Fieri is the guy that, you want to hate, but you just can't because he's such a decent dude.
He's doing a great job. And I think it's really nice what everyone's doing. But at the same time, I'm not in Canada so much, because Canada's been doing a good job in supporting all their workers and stuff like that. And everyone's getting paid and everyone's fine and understanding, But I get really mad when I'm hearing about in the States about people that have been paying to the system their entire life, and for once in their life where they need it's their money. It's your guys' money. You paid that tax to the government, and now they're like refusing to send the checks, or the checks haven't showed up in 3 months and stuff like that. And it to me, it's disgusting. I don't know, hearing about people that haven't had any money since March the 1st, and I'm just like, I know it's a serious subject. I don't want to get too political, but I just find that kind of weird that it's like that where you guys are at. And I don't know if it's everywhere, but I'm hearing a lot of stories about people that applied for their unemployment, even though they meet the terms of unemployment, they're not getting it or something like that. Like the government is refusing to give it to them.
It varies from state to state, and unfortunately, it's a very bureaucratic system. So the requirements to qualify for it are different in every single state. So
that's what sucks.
There's no uniform way to do it, and unfortunately, many of the states have very archaic systems set up in order to process requests. So they're overwhelmed, they're overloaded, and unfortunately, they're just not prepared to handle this amount of claims.
Right. It's taken them a lot longer. So it's not that people aren't getting the claims, it's that to process the first pass, because of so many people that have been put out of work or furloughed. It's either furloughed or out of work. It's been a massive amount of people, and they've never saw this coming in the history of what we are.
Exactly. And to Illinois' credit, I'm not an Illinois government fan personally. I hate Illinois politics. However, I will say that for their unemployment system, they've updated it so that self-employed people can qualify for unemployment, which I think is essential.
Isn't that crazy?
So
yeah. It should. Well, I'm hearing things about like middle-class people are hitting food banks right now in the States just to eat, because they March.
Please, Swami, don't listen to our media.
Yeah, really don't. It's fucked up.
Our media is, I like to call it ungood.
Yeah.
You got to be careful where you get your news from here in the States.
That may be the case in certain circumstances, but it's not widespread like that.
Right.
I'm hoping.
Is there a family that is the case? Sure.
Absolutely.
Are there several families? I'm sure there are. But is it widespread? they make it sound like we're in the shitter. And actually, a lot of companies are actually doing extremely well here.
Yeah. And you're also talking to two Republicans here, so.
I don't blame. I have listen. I've told David that most of my friends are libertarians and Republicans, even though I don't consider myself a liberal. Everyone likes calling me a liberal. I think liberal is a dirty word. I call myself a progressive with right-leaning tendencies, is what I like to call myself.
Well, we're the same thing as you. We have very social things that we're very. I mean, it's just part of our DNA.
Absolutely,
really.
Yeah. It's complicated because if the Libertarian Party was more of a realistic force, I think that they could really sweep the nation. But unfortunately, it's just not a viable voting.
It's not a viable voting platform right now. Not here in the States.
My entire life, I've identified more with libertarians, even though I'm not fully on their side of things. Like, 'cause they're kind of wacky, but like a lot of what they state, I do agree with. But I never want to pigeonhole myself. I never put myself in a box. I think every political spectrum has good ideas. Every political spectrum has horribly shitty ideas. So to put yourself in a box, to call yourself a conservative or to call yourself a liberal or to be, I'm right, I'm this, no, you all fucking suck. Like everybody who talks like I'm firmly vouching for this, and I'm always, I think it's like absolutisms in everything. And like I consider myself an atheist, but I'm not 100% believing that I'm atheist, but I'm too far to say agnostic. So I say atheist, but there's still, a 5% chance in my brain that I could be wrong. And there is God and Jesus and Allah and all the rest of that shit that, but I'm not going to live my life according to those beliefs because honestly, there's not enough science behind those beliefs for me to live my life according to.
You're like we are. We're very scientific. We're very scientific. We're not religious people, as you could probably tell.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what party I agree with. It's the booze party.
That's right. Booze party. You know what? Going back to what he was saying about, either you're libertarian, you're left, you're right. If you're a politician, I don't trust your ass from the get-go.
Yeah. Oh, if there's one thing that this crisis has taught me is to not trust any politician anywhere.
Right.
It's been some weird shit. And I want to thank you guys for having me on the show today because, Dave, I've had a really hard week this week.
I know. Yeah.
But, yeah.
I know. And not that you want to talk about it here on the stream, but I hope everything's cool, bud.
Yeah, it's good. It's
right.
good. I've accepted it. It's pretty much what I'm about.
Good. Good. Well, we always love having you on. I mean, it's, you've been on, since we started this show 8 weeks ago. And it started off as we just had you up and we loved having you on. And then we started bringing on other people. And then we started getting some comedians and actors and stuff. It was a perfect mix. And we can't thank you enough for doing this with us.
Oh,
yeah.
These were fun for me, man. Every Saturday, a little something to do to space out the day. So. Anytime I get to drink, it's a good time for me. So.
Yeah.
Me too.
Can you say what time you're going to go on again tonight for everyone that's
10 o'clock
watching?
tonight on Malted in Montreal. Normally I don't promote my shit, but it's fun to promote when I got a good guest on. It's going to be Food Quig, also known as Andrew, also known as the Lefroy Review Divorcer that everyone knows that had over 2 million views on a viral video where he broke up with his girlfriend live on air while doing a Lefroy 10 review, and it went viral. And he's been a good friend of my channel for 7 years, and we've known each other for a long time. He's been on a lot, but he hasn't been on for about a year. So we'll have some fun discussing what's going on with him right now.
Well, I'll be in the chat checking that out, man. That sounds like a blast.
Yeah,
awesome.
He's a character. He's very eccentric. He's very strange, but he's really cool.
Awesome. Well, we also have Donna Pass joining us here.
Yes. Whiskey friend.
Happy Saturday. Yes. And Container Man's back. And we are at the top of the hour. So what do you say we cut out of here and thank everyone for hanging out?
I want to also remind everybody that Bourbon Sub Live on Monday is not happening, sadly. It's just too crazy right now with the move. But what we're going to do is once we get to New Orleans, we will do a kind of half-assed live like we're doing right now.
We'll do a live from our new place.
So we can kind of update y'all on what's going on with the move.
Yeah. Yeah. So thanks, everyone. Cheers. Cheers, Swami. Have a good weekend. We'll see your ass tonight.
Cheers, y'all.
Have a good one. Later.
Thanks everyone for hanging out, Dad. Be good, everyone.